All right, we are at 220 Maple Island Road in Burnsville. That was a view of the back of the house. Here's a view of the front. It's a multi-level split with a 3-car garage. It sits on the inside turn of Maple Island Road. That is looking west, across the street looking south, and that is South Oakshore Drive heading south. That would be looking east, and then the property is kind of on the top of this hill here. Again, right at the intersection here where South Oakshore Drive empties on to Maple Island Road. So let's take a look inside. Actually, pretty big property. The exterior has vinyl siding. It all looks pretty new and in good shape. The soffits, as you see, are in good shape. And if you can get a look at the roof, in most places the shingles look really good. Actually, in all places the shingles look good. Just over in this section of the roof, there may be a little warpage underneath. I'm not sure if that shows up, but it looks fairly good. Soffits are newer, if you can see that, and even the flashing on the roof, around the chimney, the brick chimney, looks to be in good shape. So all that stuff could potentially be problems. And here's another view of the soffits under here. Can't tell anything about the condition of soffits, but these definitely look newer. I'm sure the original style of this house, that would have been wood, little vents in them. So we'll go inside. Kind of weird layout here because there have been some additions, so I guess we'll start in the original part of the house on the main and upper level. This would obviously be the main living room. As you walk into the property, there's a little coat closet, glass front door, some crank out casement windows here. Seem to be all actually in pretty decent condition. I'm going to assume that they're newer than the age of the house, although they don't appear to be all that new. The biggest drawback here, you see that it's got the baseboard heating throughout the home. So there's a boiler downstairs that we're going to see, and obviously that's a climate control in this house, so it'd be nice to have forced air. But pretty big living room. Over into the dining area, I guess the formal dining area, and from this level you can either go upstairs, there are 3 bedrooms up there, or downstairs, down the stairway in the kitchen here. So we'll check out the backyard while we're at it here, walk out to the deck, and after we check out the original part of the house, there's a whole addition over here that sits behind the garage, vaulted ceilings, upper and lower, so we'll check that area out too. It's pretty nice, and a big deck. And I looked at the underside of the deck. The wood appears to be in good condition. It's a little multi-level deck, goes up here. I don't know why. Let's go check it out. So here's the neighboring property to the east. Real, large yard here. And again, you're looking down at the neighbors. Little swing set, looking back at the deck. Nice deck, so all this exterior space is good. There's a lot of tree cover between here and the lake, and again, we're in this little outlet or inlet, or if you want to call it bay channel, of Crystal Lake. So you don't have a view out to all of Crystal Lake, but you can access it, and there actually is a dock down there that we'll take a look at. So let's go back inside. Here's a view of the rear of the roof. There are gutters. Again, the shingles appear to be in good condition, and it looks like they've got the little strips to melt away ice dams. So let's go inside. Kitchen is pretty old. Looks to have some type of maybe ceramic tile there, but it's small and it's old. It's got some crazy wallpaper here, the fluorescent light. So for a house this size, very small kitchen. Crazy green Formica countertops, electric range. Actually vented out, hood vent, which is nice. And I would guess these cabinets are not original, but probably from sometime in the early 80s. Dishwasher, sink, little kitchen window looking out to the deck. So that's the kitchen. Certainly on the other side of this wall is the main level living room, and that's the dining room. Certainly maybe something could be done with this wall, open this whole level up. But again, there's a baseboard heating. This is the access to the 3rd level downstairs. We'll go check out the bedrooms upstairs first. Just a few steps and you're in the upstairs hallway. First bedroom on the right, very small, probably 8.5 feet by 10 feet, if you can get an idea of how small that is. Windows, crank outs. The glass appears to be in good condition, but windows themselves look pretty old, but I think definitely functional actually. Just really dirty and hard to see through with all the spiderwebs and dust on the screens. They've got these little tubes running everywhere. That's kind of like the little after market, or whatever you want to call it, ventilation that they can run through the ceiling to have so-called central air. We'll see a couple outlets here and there, but that's what those tubes are for. Old light fixtures throughout the house. Here is another bedroom. This would be on the southeast corner, looking out the front of the house. Here's the view. Pretty nice. Again, you're kind of at the T intersection of that road, but it's definitely a quiet area back here. 2 windows in here, a larger closet, and finally we've got the last of the 3 bedrooms. You notice all 3 of these bedrooms are fairly small. The first one is very small. These last 2 are, mid-size. So there's not really a bedroom that stands out as being the master on this level, at least. So there, the neighboring property to the east, and this room has a nice view out to the back. But again, you've got the limited view of the channel down on Crystal Lake because of all the trees. Carpet up here. Actually, there's just this little patch, so it doesn't really matter. There's hardwood floors in all the bedrooms and on the main level. A couple little closets here. Linen closet, access to the attic, and a little linen closet. Here's the 1 bathroom serving these 3 bedrooms on this level. Ceramic tub, looks like porcelain tile, in good condition, not up to date by any means. So a toilet sitting back here, some more baseboard heating, cabinet, again a view of the lake, and right, some crazy circular mirrors, light fixtures, and the little grouted 4-inch tile countertop that somebody put in. And here's an example of one of these little ventilation tubes that comes out to feed air conditioning through those little ventilator hoses we saw in that closet. So that's the upstairs level of the bedrooms. We'll stick in the original part of the house. We'll go downstairs. We'll skip the addition to the end. A little further drop down to this level. So this would be the 3rd level of the property. I guess we'll start out in the back of the house. There's this little 3/4 bathroom. Somebody tried to putty this tile. Obviously, I think this whole shower area could stand to come out. It's got the little tile on the bottom and a drain, but it's pretty rough, crazy ancient Formica with some more matching tile and some crazy wallpaper. But there's a 3/4 bath down here, the window to the back. This would have been the laundry area. There's a little door to the backyard, little window in here, and this is there's a laundry tub, so I imagine that's where the dryer sat and the washing machine next to it. Some extra little storage for stuff. I'm not sure what you'd call this room, if you'd call it a bedroom. Possibly. It's very tiny, probably smaller than the one upstairs, maybe 9 feet by, or maybe 8 feet by 9 feet. But it does have a closet, it does have a window, big window. Looks out to the eastern side of the property where the neighbors are at. Right at the bottom of the stairs, kind of an awkward place for a room, maybe an office or storage. Here's a bigger room, another big window, 2 smaller ones, large closets, double closets on this side, and I would guess this room's probably maybe 18 feet by 14 feet. Pretty good size. The lighting in the ceiling there, carpet's pretty dirty, but doesn't seem to be any moisture or odd smells in here. There's a little ventilation for the air conditioning, and as you probably saw, you get the baseboard heat over along that side of the room. We'll continue now down to the 4th level. We came from up there, the entrance main level, down the stairs, and around the bend. A couple more steps brings us to the lower level, I guess you'd call family room. there's the fireplace, which sits directly underneath the fireplace that we saw in the upstairs living room. There's a little closet back here. I'm going to guess this is where the original well to the property came in, and now it looks like actually the city water is feeding in there, or yeah, it's got the meter that's been taken out, and there it sits. So I guess that is where the city water is coming in now. Can shut that off and let it go on. Yep. So got the city water, probably a well originally, under the front step there. The rest of the room. So this is kind of a big room. To support the upper level, they've got a couple not very attractive pillars that kind of sit in the middle of the floor. Good sized room. And over here, we've got I don't know, another little adjoining room that kind of opens up to an L, but for these pillars. Let's take a look at what's going on with the mechanicals here. Here's a water treatment system. Don't look there yet. Here is the boiler. Looks like it was serviced in, I don't know, 2008 and 2007 it looks like. But check this out. I'm not sure what's going on here, but this is obviously the water heater, and all this rust is really rust and corrosion. You can see some mineral deposits crusting up that must have been oozing out of this pipe here. So as we saw, there's city water coming in, but for some reason there's this serious looks like mineral crustiness that is just showing up all over the water heater, dripping down, and so I'm not sure what's going on with the water here, but that's interesting. So anyway, that doesn't even look like that old of a water heater, and it's just destroyed by all that that buildup, mineral buildup. Finally, we'll take a look out here. This is a patio. That is the deck off of the main level, and I think we can wrap this section of our tour up, as this would be the end of the original portion of the house. Give you a little sneak preview of what's to come. Over here, this is going to be the lower level addition. So we're actually, you go up those stairs, the rear of the garage would be back there, and this addition is underneath the addition that sits in the rear of the garage, which we'll check out in the next video. But as you can see from down here, it opens up with this little French door right into this area, and just take a quick step in here, and again there's another walkout which we'll check out in the next video. So again, this is 220 Maple Island Road. The first part of the trip, we'll review our steps, go back to the main level, and we'll take another video for the second part of this place. Going upstairs into the kitchen. View of the kitchen here, in the dining room, and again, I guess we'll take another sneak peek. Here's where the other addition shows up from the upper level. So these doors open right up to access the addition that sits behind the garage. Here's a fireplace, front of the living room, and the front door. So we will step outside, call that video 1 of 220 Maple Island Road.